Hello, and thank you for clicking on my channel, Cali Legends Media. I'd like to thank all the subscribers first of all. Really appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below. It really help grow my channel. It would really help me to financially, actually, it would really help me out. And I'd highly appreciate it. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. And if you'd like to be notified when a new video drops, hit the notification bell. Then you'll be notified. You go back and watch it when you have time. Okay, so today is the second story in the true crimes video line. Okay, every Tuesday I'm going to do a story about true crime, things that actually took place, things that I personally know about, have seen myself or experienced myself or did myself. This one in particular is about a certain homeboy. I really want to say his name, you know. He passed away recently. He passed away recently, and man, he was just a good homie, you know. Anyways, let's see if through the video I say his name or not. I gotta really see how my heart feels about this, but this is how the story goes. There's an apartment in my neighborhood. It's upstairs. Downstairs are businesses. Upstairs is a string of apartments. It's like goes in like in a U shape. Excuse me. Anyway, so this apartment was used for prostitution, and also people there dealt drugs, dealt in stolen merchandise, all kinds of stuff, right? It's a hot spot in the neighborhood. In any case, it was in my neighborhood, and I pretty much took control of upstairs there during this period. I'm going to talk about another period when another homeboy had taken control of that apartment there in the corner on Whittier Boulevard. But this was during my time, and there was some paisas that were dealing out of one of the rooms, and they weren't breaking bread. And they act a little bit rude one day, and closed the door on me while I was talking to them about something. So me and this homeboy one day went and knocked on the door. They opened it, had a little chain, you know, holding the door, and we kicked the door down. We kicked it open and walked in. There was like 4 of them there. So we got control of the situation right away, put them all on their knees. And the reason we put them on their knees so that if they made any moves, the first move they'd have to do is have to get up from off the ground. In any case, we started questioning them where the stuff was and where the money was. And at first they weren't giving up a grunion, you know. So they started getting hands put on them. And one of them right away broke down and told us where the money was. So, you know, we confiscated that. We let them know that their little business was closed down from that point forward, and they needed to find a new place of residence. And when we asked where the stuff was, they wouldn't say anything. I mean, there's nothing here, we don't have nothing, this and that. We really had to press really hard to get them to speak on where the stuff was, you know, really hard. But they told us where it was. And in the process of confiscating that, there was a bunch of brand new Levi's, a bunch of things that they obviously were trading, you know, for their merchandise. So we confiscated everything. And we took off. We left. Well, they didn't know us from Adam, but there were some girls there, some working girls, that most definitely did. And what ended up happening was one of them had given up information about what happened to the LA County sheriffs. And although she didn't mention me for whatever reason, and I worked up there every day. I worked up there taking care of the girls, making sure that they got paid and they didn't get ripped off, which they did a lot of times, or that they didn't get abused, which a lot of guys try to do. You know, they wanted to defecate on these girls sometimes. You know, I mean, there's some disgusting stuff. Anyways, so I helped these girls a lot, you know, and they took care of me. You know, they fed me, kept me well, all of that. But anyways, that's another video. But as far as this particular girl goes, she had an encounter with the sheriffs, and she said this guy's name that was with me. Anyway, so we had left, we had gotten away and everything, and we ran out of the stuff we took from them, you know, so we needed some more. So we drove around, and the people we knew, man, it was like, it was dry or bunk. But there was another person that we knew very well upstairs in the Ashman Hotel that did have some. So my homeboy told me, hey, take me over there. I'll get off, I'll run up, go around the block and just pick me up real quick. So I said, all right. So I pulled up in the front. Homeboy jumps out and he runs upstairs, right? He get whatever he's going to get. And I drive around the block. Just one turn around the block. Coming down Whittier, I turn down in front of the Ashman, and I see a black and white sheriff car in the back parking lot with the lights on and the two doors open, right? And I'm like, damn. So I'm like waiting. I don't see the officers, but I'm waiting for homeboy to come out, you know? And he's not coming out. So I honk the horn and I take off, and I go whip around the block real quick. Man, by the time I came around the block, they already had him handcuffed and were walking him to the car. So he gets arrested for this. And he gets arrested, and they give him 9 years. They give him 9 years for this. And he took him. He did his time. And during that time, I did what I could for him, you know. I appreciated the fact that he risked himself going in there. I wish he wouldn't have. I tried to tell him it was a bad idea, but you know, when you want something bad enough, you know, you do crazy stuff. So he ran in there and he got arrested for it. The girl who had actually who was the informant in this case, ended up dying a couple of weeks out. They unlived her. I don't know exactly who did it, but she got a hot shot and ended up passing away. And it had nothing to do with us, but she was doing so much things, talking and getting people caught up and stuff, that, you know, the word got around and it caught up to her, you know. And yeah, street life is crazy, you know. From the people that got their stuff taken away from them, you know, that could have turned really bad. We could have gotten unlived by them, and vice versa. And then this woman working the streets, dangerous enough, but getting involved with law enforcement eventually caught up with her, and you know, it costed her life. You know, it's an ugly lifestyle. I don't recommend it to nobody. I'm telling these stories not to glorify crime or these activities in any way, because if you think about it, it was all done for it was all done down and dirty. It was all ugly across the board. Even the reason that the initial crime was committed was for some garbage, you know, garbage, and for some disrespect that could have been overlooked, but wasn't going to be overlooked under the circumstances. In any case, let's stay away from those situations. Let's not get involved with them, and let's try to get our kids in school, keep them in school, get them to college, get them on a career path, keep them out of jail, and keep them out of gangs, man. I know everybody wants the best for their kids, and I know I'm not saying anything that's or not in any parent's heart already. I just want to know that I want to emphasize that. That's why I tell these stories on how things can go. You know, how things can go bad for people that are dealing in those kind of transactions and that type of work in the street and working with the police. You know, it's all bad all the way around. The police don't care about you. They'll throw you under the bus. You'll come out on paperwork. Better just stay out and away from those situations. Stay safe and stay free. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next one. God bless you and your family.